Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio here after the AC Milan Cesena match, won 2-0 by AC Milan. I'm with Dave from Milan Club Philly. How are you doing, Dave? How was your little reunion there at in Philadelphia?
I'm doing really well, Gio. Thanks for having me again. We had a nice little turnout this morning, and it was capped off with a win.
Yeah, that's what counts, I guess. Big win there, big 3 points. What do you think about the performance of the team today with the 4-3-1-2? Did you see maybe a different Milan, a team that was actually moving better, a team that was creating much more, especially what we saw in the first half there in the first 10-15 minutes, didn't give Cesena much chance to really stop us. What did you think?
I think at the beginning they came out firing on all cylinders. I thought the almost goal by Poli was a nice way to start it off and kind of set the tone for the match. But I think like Milan have done recently, they kind of took their foot off the gas by the end of the first half, and that was a little disappointing to me. However, I think they made up for it by coming out and really with a lot more energy, I think, in the second half. For me, it wasn't a convincing match, but I think it's a step in the right direction. What did you think?
Okay. Yeah, perfectly. You said it very well there because, of course, it's a win that we needed to get, especially like against a team like Cesena that they're not doing very well in the standings. However, they picked up a very good performance last weekend against Juventus.
Absolutely.
But this was a game that we had to win, and the important thing is it's to take it step by step after this game, because it's not going to be like what I'm trying to say is that let's say we win this match and we don't pick up results for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, this match is going to be completely useless in a sense, right? So
exactly.
We need to build on this result. That's the most important part, at least to me. Now, what did you think about the return of Montolivo? Did he really capture your attention, or was it just another random match from him? Because recently there have been many reports about him saying that he's not a true captain and everything. He doesn't show the leadership skills that maybe a captain should. What do you think of that?
I'll be honest with you. Nobody really stood out to me in this match. I think aside from Bonaventura's goal, I think there wasn't anybody who made an impression on me very much, Montolivo included. I think to me, he's not the standout that a captain needs to be, that the kind of leader that Milan need right now, which is unfortunate. And I think, is he improving? Is there? You can argue that maybe they did play better today, certainly with a little more energy, but I don't think he did anything to stand out from the rest of the squad. What about you?
Yeah, same thing here. Once again, Montolivo is a player that it's not that he's having a tough season, but once again, he's a bit invisible, and I hope he definitely improves, like, just being there more in the action. I think that's going to be a big part for him if he could play an integral part in that midfield, really, and start creating, because many times what I see is that it's either Menez actually coming back into the midfield to capture the ball and create himself, or maybe go on one of his fancy runs without passing the ball. But many times what we don't see is the midfield creating, and I think that's a big problem. And we definitely need a playmaker in this midfield. We already have a beast like De Jong that's doing a very good job defensively in keeping that midfield very tight and helping out the defense. What we need now is a playmaker in that midfield, because once again, we're really lacking into that. One final thought, Dave. Really, we have some favorable upcoming matches here against Chievo and I believe Hellas Verona in the next few weeks. Winnable games. Do you think that this? Well, of course, you said this game is a step into the right direction, but you really think this was a turnaround match, or you think Milan will still encounter some bumps here and there?
I try to be the optimist all the time, and so I would say that it's definitely a step in the right direction. I don't think it's a turnaround match. I mean, if they were to, I'll be more convinced if they could beat a team like Chievo, which isn't that much better, but I think is definitely higher up in the standings. I think that it's really important for them to at least look at this as a step in the right direction fundamentally, because now, okay, they have a victory, they have a little bit of confidence, they had a terrible start to the year, hopefully they take it and they run with it. Now, that being said, I mean, I also think that Inzaghi needs to play the coach properly, because I did not agree with the substitutions that he made so late in the game. You know, it almost looked like from the 80th minute that they were trying to slow things down and maybe waste some time. I think Pazzini came in, it was around, what, 60 minutes, 65 minutes, something like that. You know, I think he could have made the other changes a little bit earlier, giving those guys a little more playing time. I think Cherchi, I thought Cherchi was decent this afternoon, or excuse me, this morning, and I would have liked to see him with a couple more minutes under his belt. But I think Inzaghi now, you know, make the right decisions, get the guys in there at the right time during the match and control the flow, and I'm hoping to see more of that moving forward. Then I'll be heading in the right direction.
Yeah, very well said. And also what I did like, however, was the introduction of Van Ginkel, you know, giving the guy a bit of a chance to play there in the midfield. Sure. Always nice to see, especially when you're giving the youth a chance. And he came in at a good time, you know. Well, we're still up 1-0 at the time, I believe. It was before the penalty shot he came in. Therefore, you know, once again, showing faith in youth, maybe something that will really come up next season, because these rumors going on with the Italians coming into the team, young Italians coming in. We'll see how this brings out next season. But once again, this is faith bringing in from Inzaghi. That is it, guys. Thank you, Dave, for joining us on Rossoneri TV. Don't forget to follow him on Twitter at Milan Club Philly, one of the best fan clubs in the world. Really, I can't wait to join you guys one of these days. Really, I have to come down.
We're waiting for you, man. Come on down. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
Make the trip. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and as usual, Forza Milan.